Okay, so this is our pork butt here, right? So I've already trimmed a lot of the fat off. I'm not someone who leaves a lot of the fat on when I do this. There's enough fat inside this meat to make the pork really juicy without needing the fat cap on it. That's a little controversial. I don't like doing it. I like to remove as much of the fat as I can, giving more of the meat a chance to absorb the smoke as I'm smoking. Okay, so it started out as about 5 pounds. I think we're down to about 4 pounds now. So the next thing I want to do is I want to put the rub on this. And what I use is French's mustard. You can use any kind of mustard. Don't use brown mustard. Just use a regular old, I don't know, American mustard, classic yellow mustard. Just use that. You should shake it up real good. And what I try to do, as you can see here, I just want to squeeze it on and just rub it around. And you're not trying to get, it doesn't need to be yellow, right? Like the whole thing, you just need to rub it on. The whole point of the mustard is to get the rub to adhere to the meat. So you want just enough to do that. Now you will not impart any mustard flavor, okay? So don't worry about that. You're not gonna, there won't be a mustardy taste to this. It'll cook out. This is simply to get your rub to stick. And I like to kind of get it in. There's crevices in these things, so you just want to really get it all in there, right? This will also help it bark up pretty good too, because it'll help adhere more of the rub. So now we move to the rub here. So I use a rub called Atkins Western Style. I'll put links up for all this stuff, but I use Atkins Style. We'll use a lot of this, as you'll see, and I really like to just get it all in there. Okay, now it's, you know, this is not a time to be shy. Okay, this is, you know, you want a good bark. This has some sugar in it. You can use salt and pepper, you know, like do the like Aaron Franklin style, and use, you know, a lot of salt and pepper. I don't think you need to do that, to be honest with you. I think it's fine if you use any rub you want. If you want to use just salt and pepper, my suggestion is that you go out and you buy 16 mesh black pepper. That is what Aaron Franklin uses. It's what I've always used every time I've ever smoked anything in my life. And then you also want to do, on top of that, you want to make sure you have a really good coarse sea salt. Morton's makes a great kosher salt that I use. I'm sorry, not sea salt, kosher salt. Morton's has a good kosher salt that I use. It comes in, you know, nice little packs, so you can get a bunch of them. So that's how I start the smoking process. Okay, so there's nothing to it. That's it, right? So I did trim it ahead of time. You can get your butcher to trim it, but it's really easy. Mustard, I use Atkins, whatever rub. And then what I do is I just kind of let this sit out at room temperature for about an hour. It's been 30 minutes already. Just kind of let it do what it's going to do temperature wise for an hour while the smoker's heating up, and then I'll smoke it and we'll be good to go.